Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for quarter 3 of 2024. You have this turtle spirit that says slow and steady wins the race. You also have this turkey spirit that says give with grace and gratitude. So it could be a very abundant time for you. By the way, this is for July through September, and the turkey spirit is a very abundant card. It is a card of giving and having gratitude for the things that you have. So if you want to experience more abundance at this time, then I would highly suggest that you focus on gratitude, being grateful for what you do have, and all that other good stuff as well. You also have that turtle that says slow and steady wins the race. I think that's how you've been feeling, is that things have been progressing rather slowly this year. Like the first half of the year, things have been very slow, but I really feel things are about to kind of speed up for you. We start off with the King of Wands, which would be a card of being motivated, being courageous, really taking the steps necessary to progress more quickly. And you also have the Six of Swords, which kind of, it's not really a card of speed necessarily, but, it could be a card of things speeding up, or you moving to calmer shores and getting to a place where things are moving forward much faster. So you start off with the King of Wands, the Sun, and the Seven of Cups. The King of Wands is about being bold, assertive, and really putting the work into something that you want to see be successful. I think you have a little bit of a choice right now in your life, or you are trying to decide on whether or not to take action towards something. There are two directions here that really stand out to me. Six of Swords to the Eight of Pentacles, and also Ace of Wands up to the Two of Pentacles here. And so you're trying to make a decision. You also have this Fork in the Road card, by the way. So you're trying to make a decision. And I feel that this is one of those decisions that you're going to have to make more quickly. And I would never encourage anyone to rush into something. And I'm not saying that you have to rush a decision right now, but I do feel that really what I'm trying to spit out and not stutter over is the fact that I think that this decision is 110% decision, where you cannonball into the deep end. This is not a just dip your toes in the water and try things out type of decision that you are trying to make at this time. You do have the Sun here. And so whatever this choice is, I feel will make you very happy. You have the Sun. So the Sun is happiness, joy, childlike energy, good things coming in for you because of this decision. It's definitely a new beginning. I think that there are past fears that could be getting in the way here. It could be a love choice or a love decision. So, if you have your eye on a person, maybe you have to make your move before, someone else scoops them up or whatever. But I think it'll be worth the work, is what going down to the Eight of Pentacles. Sometimes I feel the Eight of Pentacles is saying that you could be afraid that if you put a bunch of work in, that you don't get a result. But the whole time that he is working, he is getting a result. It's right here, these 8 pentacles that he's already been working on. He only has one more left, and then he will finish whatever he is working on. So, I kind of feel like saying, whether it's work, love, business, your health, whatever you're thinking about doing, I think that it's going to lead to a lot of happiness with the Sun. You also have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is about being spoiled for choice and kind of like dreaming about something. He is imagining those 7 cups, and there are good things and bad things in those cups, but he won't really know what's going to happen until he brings those cups down to earth, until he actually manifests whatever he's dreaming of in reality. And going this way, I feel this is saying it's time to take the leap of faith towards whatever you've been dreaming of or whatever you've been daydreaming about. It's time for you to bring it down to earth. So let's see. With the King of Wands, you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a blessing. He is blessing these 2 people in front of him here. He's making the symbol with his hands that represents a blessing. So whatever you're thinking about moving towards could be a blessing. It could also be a learning opportunity as well. So it could be an experience that teaches you something. This right here, the Six of Swords to the Eight of Pentacles would be you going on a journey. So basically having an experience that teaches you something. Eight of Pentacles, he is mastering a craft. He is learning how to do something in life. So I feel that for a lot of you, you need to be confident in, jumping into the deep end, right? With the Sun, you have the Nine of Cups. Yeah, it's probably everything you wish for. So there's some sort of wish, or there's a wish that you're trying to manifest with the Sun. And really, I don't feel like I need to talk about it. I'm just going to tell you what I'm feeling here, Cancer. I almost don't feel like I need to talk about it because I feel like you're going to do it anyway, right? There you go. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Five of Pentacles. This is probably why you haven't taken the leap of faith yet at this fork in the road that you're at, is because, again, maybe you feel like you're not ready. Maybe you feel like you don't have the resources necessary to accomplish something. But the Five of Pentacles says that we have to focus on our strengths and not our weaknesses. So the Five of Pentacles encourages you to focus on what you do have, not on what you don't have. And so that's like the solution to the Five of Pentacles, and that's what I would do there. Let's see. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you over this quarter, you can't make this up. You have this TikTok card. I didn't even see that. So again, I got this feeling that, again, I would never encourage anyone to rush into anything. But at the same time, it's like, how long can you daydream about something before you actually make it happen, right? You have this fork in the road card. The fork in the road card encourages you to take the fork, to go in the new direction. And, you can see there's like that glowing path down right in the middle of the card there. And so I would, pick the new direction or go on the new path. I think, I don't really feel like time is running out. And again, I want to stress that it is a bad time to rush into anything. But at the same time, if you can get yourself ready and you can get going, then I would definitely do that. Even the Magician, the Magician can represent manifestation. The Magician can represent reinvention or using all your tools at your disposal to be very successful. But, really, the Magician is a card of needing to have a new beginning. He's card number 1 in the Major Arcana, and he kind of represents like needing to get going with your manifestation, whatever you're trying to manifest. He's pointing down to the Hermit and the Three of Swords. And so this is telling me that maybe you had a heartbreak in the past or something didn't work out for you. Again, this does not have to be love. Maybe you tried to have a business, or you tried to improve your health, or you tried to get a better job, and maybe there was a heartbreaking situation. The good news is that this is coming up in the good stuff. So I feel that you're moving past the heartbreak. But again, this could be the thing that is maybe making you hesitate or is making you feel like you're not ready, is that you don't want to have another heartbreak, or you don't want to be in another situation where things don't progress. But you have progress right here. That didn't work. So let's try that again. The Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is moving on to calmer shores. The Six of Swords, this woman and the child in the boat, they are leaving everything behind, and they only have the clothing on their back. So they are just hoping that when they get to the other side, that they are moving to calmer shores. So there might not be a lot of proof. There might not be a lot of evidence in your life that things are actually going to be better on the other side. But I kind of feel like you have to go on the journey to find out. This guy in the back of the boat represents a guide. And so with this, the Hierophant as well, I think that the universe is guiding you towards something in your life that's going to be much better. It's going to be calmer shores. But you have to, kind of go on this journey. You also have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is also a new beginning. Ace of Wands represents out with the old, in with the new. So I feel like there's going to be a very passionate opportunity coming in for you here. The thing is that we go up to the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is like work hard, play hard. It is coming up in the area of the good stuff, but this is kind of telling me that this new opportunity, it needs to be turned into a fire. I look at the Ace of Wands as just a spark. If this could be a relationship, it could be an idea or a business that you want to create or whatever. And so it's like the spark. You have the spark, but now you need to start putting more wood on this fire so that you can kind of build it into something that that can create energy on its own, right? You have to build this up. And so I feel that's what the Two of Pentacles is saying. It's saying, Two of Pentacles is a choice. It's this pentacle, that pentacle. And I feel that you should do more things that feed this fire right here, the Ace of Wands. And the fire, it's like the fire of your desire, right? So whatever you desire to create at this time, it's like I would be putting in more energy into the things that build that fire bigger. With the Magician, you have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a victory or a major success. So again, I feel like there could be a victory or a big win coming in for you with a new beginning. With the Six of Swords, you have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is a card of rushing and being too hasty. So like I said, yes, I do feel that there is a little bit of urgency in you getting started on a journey. But that, once you get started, then you don't have to rush. So there's a big difference between the two things. It kind of reminds me of that book, Thinking Fast and Slow. it's almost like you need to move quickly but slowly at the same time. And so I think that means that you have to, kind of like get started on whatever this leap of faith is with the Fool. And even the Ace of Wands kind of is a little bit of a leap of faith. And even the Hermit needs to take a leap of faith. We'll talk about that in a second. But once you get started, I think you need to kind of pay attention to what's working and do more of those things. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Queen of Pentacles here. Yeah, I think you're increasing your resources. This looks pretty good because you go 5 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles would be no resources or feeling like you don't have resources. Queen of Pentacles is about being resourceful, and then 8 of Pentacles would be continuing to do the things that increase your resources. And your resources could be anything. It doesn't have to be money. It could be time, effort, attention, whatever. And I feel like you need to keep, again, feeding the fire with that Ace of Wands, right? Next, you have this card that says femininity. I can never get that word out. Attentiveness and group accord. You have a salmon. It says new ideas, divination. So I feel that you have these new ideas that you need to kind of like nurture into existence, or you need to really kind of, like I said, feed that fire. And I feel that's the thing that will really make things much more successful. I also feel like you've been swimming upstream, just like the salmon, for a long time. And you're about to, when salmon swim upstream, and they lay their eggs, then they die, basically. So you could be experiencing some sort of rebirth here with this energy, and but it's not like the end. I feel like you're going to the next stage of whatever it is that you're working on, and you have all these cards that really represent a new beginning or being at a crossroads. I don't know if I said this, but this is messages from your future self. So basically yourself at the end of the 3 months telling you what to do right now. You have the Fool, the Hermit, and the 8 of Pentacles. I feel like the Fool is saying it's time to take a leap of faith towards something that you really want. I kind of feel with the Sun, the 2 aces here, you have your eye on something that you see as a big opportunity. It could be anything. It could be just a new journey. It could be love. It could be a business. But whatever it is, I feel like you are almost over prepared. The Fool, he only has this tiny little sack on his back, and it kind of says that he has everything he needs to go on this long journey. He's about to go through the whole entire major arcana. And the tiny little sack says he has everything he needs in between his 2 ears, his brain. So I think that you are more than prepared for a journey, and you've learned a lot of things. I think you need to give yourself more credit here as well, Cancer, for the journey that you've already been on. He has these tattered sleeves right here, and the tattered sleeves basically say he's been on this journey before. He knows what to do. He knows what to avoid. He's learned a lot, and he just needs to give himself credit for the journey that he's about to take. You have the Hermit. Again, the Hermit also says that you've been through a dark night of the soul. You've been through a difficult period of time. But he has his inner light inside this lantern here, and he needs to shine his inner light. It's time for him to come out of darkness, and it's time for him to come down from the mountain that he has climbed, and it's time for him to share with the world what he has been through. And he can do this by, teaching people, sharing his knowledge or wisdom, which you could do. He can also do this by kind of getting something that he wants. It's like if you went through a lot of challenges and difficulties in love, for example, he just needs to go out and date new people and find a person based off his experiences. So that means he needs to avoid the red flags that he's learned based off of his journey, and that will lead him to a green flag, right? So I feel for a lot of you that you can show that you've learned something by, getting something that you learned. if that makes sense. Probably not. This could also, maybe you had a business failure, so you learned a lot from that. Now you can do it again, and you can be successful. That would show the world what you have learned. And I feel the Hermit is saying it's time for you to show the world what you've learned on your journey this quarter. You have the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, I think that you need to, again, give yourself more credit. I really feel that's what this is saying. You need to look up, he needs to look up and look at how far he's come. He needs to look at how much work he's already done, and he also needs to realize he only has one more pentacle that he needs to complete, and then he'll be done with whatever he's been working on. So, like I said, I think you need to kind of give yourself more credit here, Cancer. With the Fool, you have the Judgment card. It's funny that I was talking about rebirth, basically, with the salmon. So I feel that there is a rebirth going on for you here. You're about to step into a new life or new ideas. With the Hermit, you have the 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups is focusing on what you don't have again. So we see that twice here, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. I feel like the 5 of Cups is saying that it's time to be grateful. the turkey spirit, which says give with grace and gratitude. I feel it's time for you to be grateful and focus on what you do have, not on what you don't have. He's crying over the spilt wine or the spilt milk, whatever you want to call it. So I feel you need to focus on something that you could have. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Cups. I do feel a little bit of love fear here, especially right here. Like you could have your eye on a person, or there could be a new person approaching you, of course. And I feel that this is saying like open up to the potential of a new connection. Knight of Cups could be a knight in shining armor. This could be a person that's like rushing into your life, or maybe you get a little bit nervous if you meet this person and it starts moving quickly. But again, this is coming up in the good stuff, and you have the Four of Wands. So this could actually be a person you marry if you kind of like let your guard down. The Knight of Cups can also be a dream. He is very dreamy. He's dreaming of his future life, and you could be trying to manifest a dream here on Earth with that Knight of Cups energy. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this legacy card. It says, your work will be passed down to future generations. Harvest the gifts of your ancestors. These gifts are also yours. You have this charity card. It says, donate to create positive energy around you. I don't even think we have to necessarily donate money. I think that if you are being a living example, if you are doing something hard in your life that shows other people how to do something hard, then you are donating your time, right? By doing that. If you're sharing information, if you're talking about your story and talking about how you got out of something difficult, then you are sharing your story and you're helping other people do the same thing. So there's a lot of ways that we can kind of give and donate energy. Even like if you create art, for example, if you put that out into the world, then you are creating positive energy in the world, and that is also a form of charity. So, there's a million ways that you could do this. You have the Two of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Three of Swords. Two of Pentacles is work hard, play hard. I would definitely make sure to kind of manage your energy and make sure that you're not just working. But the Two of Pentacles also, sometimes I feel could be a settlement from the universe. And, I do feel like that's kind of what I'm getting here, is that it's almost like the universe is either settling up with you or you're receiving a settlement, in the sense that you could be getting kind of like a gift from the universe with the Two of Pentacles. You have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands, of course, can represent marriage. So if you're looking for love, this could be you finding a person that you will marry in the future. The Four of Wands is also a card of freedom, and I do kind of get this sense of freedom, and it's another path card, right? You have to cross through this threshold right here in the middle of the card to have a celebration. Like, these people are celebrating on the other side of the card. So whatever this crossroads is in your reading, I feel it's saying, like, once you get off on that new path, you will be celebrating. You have the Three of Swords. Three of Swords and the good stuff would say that you are healing, or you're experiencing some sort of healing in your life, which again, of course, could be a good thing. I do feel like you have to let go of a past heartbreak so that you can start this new journey. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Page of Cups. Like I said, definitely could be a new love connection. The summer is really good for love for water signs. So if you want a new connection, there definitely, could be something really good coming in. With the Four of Wands, you have the Five of Swords. Yeah, the Five of Swords would be taking the risk on love. Again, Five of Swords and the good stuff is about taking a risk to have a win. This guy at the front of the card is the winner. So for you to have a win, you're going to have to take some sort of risk. And I feel that this is saying that you need to take the risk of opening your heart, and it could lead to marriage. With the Three of Swords, what do you know? You have the Eight of Pentacles, you with the repeating cards, Cancer, right here. So I feel that putting the work into a connection, a new connection, could heal your heart, or it could be a person that really does things that help heal your heart. I also feel like the work that you're doing, again, I think you need to give yourself more credit, because I think giving yourself more credit will help you accomplish more, and then you'll do bigger and better things, and that will also probably heal your heart. We're going to pull 5 main themes with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. You have this negotiation card. I feel like this is almost saying, like, no more settling, no more settling for second best type situations. I feel the Five of Swords is saying take the risk to, get what you really want, and no settling with that energy. Next, you have this domination card. Yeah, I feel like you really could be coming out on top. I really feel all the water signs in general could really have really good opportunity to stand out over the next 20 years with Pluto and Aquarius, just by being a living example. So if you want to come out on top in any situation, then I would just try to be an example to other people. You have this bluff card. This is a card of like doing something that people don't think you could do or don't think you can do. Didn't you have the Two of Swords here? Am I making that up? Yes, I'm making that up, but this card kind of reminds me of the Two of Swords because this thing here has this blindfold on, but I really do feel you could be doing something that people don't expect you to do. Next, you have this Lust card. I do feel there's a very strong connection coming in for you. Maybe this is part of the problem, is that maybe you have a lot of like desire for the person and vice versa, and so maybe you're wondering like, is this just is this just a lusty connection, or is there more to this, to what we're doing here? I don't know. Use your imagination, Cancer. But again, I do feel this is a very good connection. It could be very fiery. Next, you have this flirtation. Yes, I feel like you could be flirting with a new person, or you're about to be, and it could be like a very flirtatious, fun type of connection, but I would go for it. This looks really good, Cancer. I think there's a lot of good stuff. I would try to stand out, or try to be an example, like I said, but looks really good. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your quarter.